the thing you said about Sam, him saying that we would never do ads, or if we do it, it's a method of last resort, is because they're at their last resort, right? OpenAI is getting like pummeled, dude. Anthropic is like crushing it with AI coding, things of that nature, right? Google has like very much caught up in terms of search with AI. You know what I mean? Gemini, a lot of people think Gemini is just way better than anything that anyone has, from general purpose to image generation, etc. Like, they have a hard time getting funding. We talked about like this kind of like funding circle that the AI companies have, right? Where like, I don't know, like Nvidia will invest money into OpenAI, then like, I don't know, Oracle will invest
Called
money.
it a circle
But
jerk.
but in order for you to get the money, you have to spend it on our stuff. So I'm Nvidia, I'll give you $100 million, but you have to spend most of that on my new Blackwell chips, right? Same thing with Oracle. Like, I'll give you money, but like, you have to come use our data services or our databases. That's happening. They're not really making money. I forgot how much money they're burning, but they're burning like billions of dollars every month, every quarter, whatever that is. They can't just keep raising all of this funding from Microsoft, from the Saudi Arabia Sovereign Wealth Fund. They can't keep doing that. At some point, the valuation has to match with the revenue that the company is generating. And it's just not adding up right now. So they have to get their revenue up. And the only options they really have, charge more for the product, or create a cheaper tier that more people can sign up for. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but they have ChatGPT Go now, which is around $8, and they release it in India, Colombia, Mexico. And I think just last week, they just rolled it out to everyone because they need more people to pay for it. And you can only get so many people to pay $20 or $15 or whatever for a subscription. And ads make a shit ton of money. Like, this is why Google is so profitable. They make a ridiculous sum of money from ads. The same thing with Meta. You make tons of money. Meta makes so much money off ads that Zuckerberg can just blow billions of dollars on the metaverse or whatever new shiny thing exists without batting an eye. So I
Yeah,
don't,
and that's like not enabling Meta like to be able to like don't would you say Meta's like winning like the infrastructure race right now? And the like they're able to have like a bigger, would you call it like a burn rate? Like they can lose money for
they can
longer.
burn money infinitely. The same thing with Google. They can, all of them can just burn money until OpenAI goes out of business or sells to one of them. Like, you can't compete with ad money. So he kind of has no choice but to turn on ads. That's going to be a crazy money printer for OpenAI, especially if they're able to do it right. Dude, they can charge crazy sums of money.
But if users have the choice, like if everyone if every LLM's doing ads, like you don't have a choice. Like I think the Anthropic ads were really like differentiating. Like, it was like a moment. They got Super Bowl. They were rolling out those pre-ads even before they were going viral on the internet, and it was an opportunity for them to be like, you have a choice. And
For
so I'm
sure.
curious if people like I've even been thinking of canceling my ChatGPT account. I was a recent adopter of Claude. I've got all my institutional knowledge over on ChatGPT, but I'm like, should I move over? Like, I think people are thinking about that. And then you also have there's a call like as a protest to get off ChatGPT because I think Sam Altman recently like gave a bunch of money to Trump. So people were like, you got to protest ChatGPT,
Yes.
OpenAI by canceling. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see like if, you know, they end up being able to make that money and people don't just completely like leave the product. I mean, I don't think
Here's,
they ever will
here's,
because it's a great product.
and that's kind of my thing. You're going to leave ChatGPT for what? The only real option that people have, or it's like Anthropic, Grok, and what, Gemini, right?
Yeah.
And OpenAI arguably has the best product for everyday people. I only use Claude because of Claude Code, because of engineering stuff. You have certain people who use Grok because, they like X, they like Elon, they like that kind of ecosystem.
Pro-
Grok is,
Getting a bad rep right now, especially with
of
women.
course, and that's another thing too. You have these different competitors that offer different things. OpenAI is the most user friendly. Anthropic is best, I think, for businesses or like engineers. Grok is great if you want more freedom of speech. You don't want an LLM that censors itself. So some people use Grok, right? And then Gemini has all of Google behind it, right? they're integrating Gemini in all kind of things, and it's doing a lot of stuff that kind of Apple kind of advertised this new Siri doing. You actually get that right now with a lot of Android phones with Gemini, as well as like all of their image work with Nano Banana and et cetera, et cetera. You only have three other options. And the thing about protesting, I'm not saying the protest is wrong, but if you're going to protest Sam Altman, you have to protest everyone else, because I saw every single last one of them, those tech executives, at Trump's like tech dinner that he had. All of them made these deals with Trump, from Jeff Bezos to Google, Oracle, the lady that runs AMD. They all were there. You know what I mean? So if you're going to boycott Sam, you have to boycott all the other big tech companies as well, you know?